Step 12. And now return to our corridor. Dear ones, we the Arcturians welcome you back to the Arcturian Corridor. Much has occurred in your life and in your world since we first activated this corridor on September the 11th, 2008. Changes are everywhere and within everyone. Each of you is now a refined instrument in Gaia's orchestra performing the symphony of planetary ascension. Are you ready to continue your journey? Good. There is more for you to learn, remember, here in the corridor's crystal temple. To resume your travel, feel the cosmic joy, which is over, under, around, and through you. Feel this joy as a magnetic pull, which is directing your consciousness, once again, into the now of the fifth dimensional crystal temple. Take a moment to experience this fifth dimensional temple, as well as the shimmering presence of your light body self. As you look around, you see before you a semicircular table with magnificent beings sitting in each seat. These beings are members of the Galactic Federation. The Federation is comprised of fifth dimensional and beyond ambassadors of your local star systems. Because of your own fifth dimensional resonance, you can easily perceive these higher dimensional beings. Some of these ambassadors are higher expressions of yourself who have taken form in other realities and with whom you have consciously or unconsciously received communications. You can also see the ambassadors from systems that you have not yet experienced. Among the star systems represented here now are the Pleiades, Sirius A and B, Andromeda, Orion, Antares, and others. Of course, Arcturus is also represented, and it is this member who stands up to deliver a message from the Galactic Federation. Dear grounded members of our galaxy, we are here because we wish to assist you in remembering and integrating your lives on other planets, galaxies and dimensions. Every time you integrate a new aspect of your multidimensional self into your conscious perspective of self, you expand your consciousness. We can help you now because your grounded consciousness has reached a frequency of unity that allows you to receive transmissions from the fifth dimension and beyond. Furthermore, since you have integrated your multidimensional self into your consciousness and earth vessel, we, the Galactic Federation, are able to pick up your signature frequency even when you are absorbed in your everyday physical reality. Once your signature frequency tells us that you are ready to meet the higher expressions of yourself on other planets, star systems, and dimensions, a communication portal opens between your higher expression and your earth vessel. In this manner, we can constantly transmit messages, support, and most important, unconditional love to you from the fifth dimension and beyond. We wish to tell you that this portal now connects the Galactic Federation to your earth vessel. Because of this connection, we can officially welcome you to the Federation. It doesn't matter to us whether or not you see yourself as an individual, for we see you only as the great multidimensional being that is your true expression. To the degree that you are able to accept and integrate this higher vibration into your earth vessel, your life will begin to resonate to the fifth dimension. There are some grounded ones who do not wish to return to their fifth dimensional home in the land of unity, peace, and unconditional love. They feel that they are not ready to leave their homes, loved ones, careers, pets, etc., etc. If you are one of these people, do not be concerned, for there is to be no loss, as there is to be no leaving. Instead, you are transmuting the very fabric of your reality from the dualism of the third, fourth dimension into the unity of the fifth dimension and beyond. You can alter your reality as quickly or as slowly as you desire. This is your ascension. You have practiced for this moment in myriad lifetimes and or waited beyond time to participate in this grand event of planetary ascension. Look not to what is happening outside of you. Instead, concentrate on what is happening inside of you. Transmutation begins at the level of consciousness, then progresses into your physical body, your cells, your DNA, and into your external reality. One warning: whether you believe it or not, you are creating your reality. Never forget that your great creative power is accompanied by an even greater responsibility. Because of your expanding creative power of manifestation, it is important that you constantly monitor your thoughts and emotions and focus your intention on the process of planetary ascension. For as you become increasingly fifth dimensional, whatever fills your consciousness fills your life. Therefore, focus on your consciousness and attend primarily to the higher dimensional voices that guide and lead you. Simultaneously, recognize all illusions of fear and separation so that you may instantly release them for your attention and focus on love. Sleep and meditate as often as possible so that you can release old limiting beliefs and allow the seed of your light body to safely grow within you. As your light body grows larger and larger, it will serve to filter out the illusions and limitations of the third, fourth dimension, and filter in the truth of the quantum world, the fifth dimension and beyond. Your quantum world will be perceived by your DNA, specifically your junk DNA, the 97% of DNA that has been labelled junk, for lack of a better definition, carries myriad interdimensional wormholes which will receive messages from the quantum world. At the same time, the expanding scalar torsion wave systems within your earth vessel will receive the higher frequencies of the fifth dimension and beyond. Your opened third eye will then translate these body transmissions into your human language so that you can share your message with others. Your grounded earth vessel actually serves as an antenna which can receive only the frequencies to which it resonates. Hence, as your personal resonance expands, you can receive subspace transmission from deeper within the quantum world and further up into the higher dimensions. Eventually, your grounded form will become the bridge which connects the deepest quantum realities with the highest frequency worlds. At this point, the circle will be complete and you will release all need for space, time, or form. However, please enjoy each step of your exciting return to self. You have chosen, in fact, stood in line to take a body at this time. On the other hand, we have chosen to stand in the wings to help you remember that you are performing in the final act of a grand play. We, your guides, observers, and higher expressions of yourself, wish to give you a rousing applause for putting on a fantastic show. Now that we have made first contact, we encourage you to remember that we are available to you with a thought or an intention. We also want to remind you that the best carrier wave for any transmission is unconditional love. We are aware that your grounded one may be finding it difficult to love itself unconditionally. Thus, we close our message by introducing you to one of the members of our Federation, who is one of the many components of your multi-dimensional self. Since this being is a higher expression of yourself, we know that it will be easier for you to accept its unconditional love. We understand that unconditional love is not common in your polarized third-dimensional reality. Because of this, many of you have never experienced love that is free of all conditions. How can you express what you have never experienced or give what you have never received? However, once you can experience, trust, and accept the unconditional love flowing from this higher expression of yourself, it will be natural for you to emanate unconditional love from your grounded self. The ambassadors of our Federation resonate with the one of the fifth dimension and beyond. Therefore, they did not travel across space, and it took no time for them to come to this table. Every dimensional world on which you have ever lived, visited, or from which you have received communications has sent an ambassador. Since there is no space here, it's not crowded, and since there is no time, they can all be here at once. All the galactic, solar, and planetary ambassadors who are here with us are constantly aware of their grounded ones in every galaxy, planet, and dimension. This task is not difficult for the ambassadors, since they are fifth dimensional and beyond. Hence, they can easily dispense their energy patterns to as many realities as needed. In fact, all of you who stand before us can do so as well. You have just forgotten. Members of our ground crew who are returning to self usually need assistance in reconnecting with these innate abilities. Now, as you stand before the ambassadors, allow one of them to step towards you. Remember that you are in the fifth dimension, which is free of time and space. Hence, release all third-dimensional limitations that would make this meeting impossible. Within the here and now of the One, impossible does not exist. Here there is only truth and unconditional love. It is the unconditional love streaming towards you from your higher expression that allows you to know the truth of your being. Please experience, trust, and accept this love. The star being standing before you now is one of the many higher expressions of your multidimensional self. Listen with your heart to receive a message from yourself. Dearest grounded self, I see that you are in between. You feel vast changes within you that you cannot fully understand. You know that the symptoms that are occurring in your body are symptoms of your transformation. For example, your third eye is opening, which may cause a draining in your physical eyes. You often feel as though you can't stay conscious in the third dimension, but also cannot stay fully conscious in the fifth or fourth dimension either. Your fourth dimensional sleep is often more work than your physical life. During your sleep, you are visiting many parallel realities and waking up with messages that you can't quite remember but feel within you. You sense a deep peace and infinite gratitude, but you also deal with a great fatigue most of your waking life. This fatigue is because your third dimensional life is becoming too heavy, too slow, and too unreal. You are not ascended, but you are no longer just human. You are beginning to think fifth dimensionally, which means that your third dimensional thoughts are heavy and slow in your mind. Now that you stand on the threshold of a new reality, you experience more love for your physical life than you have ever felt before. You are receiving answers and illuminations to questions that have long been unanswered, yet at the same time you are totally confused. Third dimensional illusions are dropping away, but the physical world still continues. The difference is that now it is more naked to your perceptions. However, this truth is often heavy to carry, as you are still surrounded by a world filled with illusion and fear. You, my grounded self, are returning to your innate multidimensionality. You have largely released your fears and usually live in love and gratitude that you are returning to your multidimensional self. However, judgment and impatience remain as your two worst enemies. Judgment is your enemy because to judge another person, place or thing takes you out of the unity of the One. Impatience is an enemy because it takes you out of the now of the One. You waited, lived, died, suffered, and loved for millennia of lifetimes in order to experience this moment. For this, I lovingly commend you. I ask you now to enjoy every second of your life while you still live in third dimensional time. Focusing your intention on enjoying the moment will propel you into the now. As you learn, remember to live in unity with all life and enjoy the now, your consciousness will become more and more firmly implanted in the no time of the fifth dimension. Then, instead of living in the third dimension and visiting the fifth dimension, you will live in the fifth dimension and visit the third. Surprisingly, your life will not change that much. What will change is your reactions to life. In other words, once you know that you are creating your reality, you will no longer be able to be a victim. You will be fully aware that the manner in which you engage your intention and attention is the primary causal factor in the reality you create. In fact, you are having that experience now, as what you think about, you bring about. Just as there are octaves of the fourth dimension, there is a shallow end of the fifth dimensional pool. In the lower fifth dimensional octave, you still hold form and continue life as much as you did in the third dimension. However, you are free of all the threat that has separated you from yourself and yourself from the One. In this threshold reality, you can gradually gain your fifth dimensional balance. As you slowly adapt to your new reality, you'll be less and less attached to acquiring possessions and other aspects of life that have given you comfort in your third dimensional incarnations. Gradually, you will feel more at home and be able to release even the illusion of the third dimension. However, first you may be inclined to assist your fellow humans who are still trapped in the myth of the physical plane. You will remember the special gifts that you have honed over your many physical incarnations and use these gifts to assist those in need. One task surface that you will share is breathing your crystal energy into the physical world to assist in transmuting the matter of Gaia and all her inhabitants into their innate expression of spirit. Dear Grounded One, I now return to the Federation, and you will return to Gaia, our beloved Sister of Light. But first, the Arcturians will instruct you in the transmutation of physical into crystal, matter into spirit. Before I return, I wish to merge my expression with yours. Feel, my dear grounded self, as my heart unifies with yours. Our minds become one, and our emanations intermingle, forever free of all limitations of time or space. Through all eternity, we are one. The Arcturians speak. Dear ones, do not question your connection to the Galactic Federation and to your intergalactic self, as it pulls you out of the cosmic flow of the crystalline energy of the fifth dimensional one. This kind of questioning acts in much the same manner as wanting. When you want something, it is because you believe you do not have it. In a similar fashion, when you ask a question, it is because you do not believe that you know the answer. When you question your fifth dimensional experiences, there is an underlying energy field indicating that you do not believe in yourself. In the fifth dimension, your thoughts, beliefs and emotions are instantly manifest. Hence, if you believe you do not know yourself, then you do not. In the same manner, if you ask a question, then you indicate that you do not know the answer. To be able to surrender to the crystalline flow of the universal mind, you will need to release the need to ask a question, as it separates you from the One. Within the nowness of the universal mind, all is known. Once you enter the crystalline flow, your consciousness calibrates to the universal mind and enters the all-knowing. While connected to this flow, this knowing is instantly transmuted into experience. This manner of gaining information is quite different from when you ask your brain a question. To better understand this concept, take a moment to experience all the difference between asking a question and entering the all-knowing. First, ask your human brain a question. As you can see, when you ask your brain a question, it separates your consciousness into question and answer. Furthermore, obtaining the answer requires the time it takes for your brain to research, calculate, and/or remember the answer. On the other hand, when you merge with the universal mind, you are one with the flow of crystalline, all-knowing of the One. Within this knowing, there are no questions or answers. There is only illumination. To merge your consciousness with the universal mind, center your thoughts and feelings on the interdimensional portals of your third eye and your high heart. Combine the two portals into one interdimensional portal at the level of your throat chakra. Through your third eye, focus your intention on the vision of this portal. With your high heart, feel the unconditional love that flows through the portal. Imagine that your portal is opening. As the portal opens, experience a rush of crystalline energy flowing towards you. Take a long, slow, deep breath to center your consciousness on the portal. Imagine you are stepping into the portal. Feel the unconditional love that welcomes you upon your arrival. Allow this unconditional love to fill the open portal and circulate throughout your entire earth vessel. To log into the universal mind, allow the crystalline energy to flow freely into and through your consciousness. Take a moment to calibrate your consciousness by totally surrendering to the flow of crystalline energy. Once logged into the crystalline flow, you find that you are moving effortlessly along a stream of universal crystalline consciousness. You float through what appears to be a tunnel of light and find that you too are of light. You look around and see what looks like a circuit board of stars. It is the unconditional love that connects all the stars to each other, to the flow and to you. You are a point of light in the network of this universal mind. Your brain, which is a neuron in the universal mind, holds the question, can you show me fifth dimensional Earth? You awaken to find that you are truly awake. The great fatigue of many third dimensional lives is suddenly lifted. You look around your bedroom and see that a few things have changed. However, they appear to glisten in a manner that they never did before. You look at your body and are surprised to find that it too glistens in the soft morning light. You must still be asleep, you think. This experience could only be a dream. You sink back into your covers, but find that sleep will not come. You are fully awake and can no longer hide from that fact. But where is the disaster, the fear, the turmoil? How could ascension come so quietly in the night? How could you awaken to a new reality as simply as opening your sleepy eyes? It has always been here. You hear an inner voice whisper into your heart. You did not have to create it, or work for it, or even deserve it. You had only to raise your resonance to the frequency in which you could perceive it. The self that you are now in is the one whom you have always been. A slow awareness of truth grows in your mind as you begin to believe the inner voice. Whether or not this experience is real, you decide to attend to it, accept it, believe it, and enjoy it. You leave your bed and go to your window to open the curtains or the blinds. As you look outside, you see that the world is much as it has been, yet wherever you look, there is that same glimmer. You think, I want to go outside to better see this world, and instantly you are outside. What happened? You think, I was just in my bedroom. Instantly, you return to your bedroom. Everything seems the same. You seem the same. Yet as you think, I need to get dressed, you are instantly dressed. Whoa, you think, this is too fast. I need to slow this down. I don't know if I am ready for this. Suddenly, the glimmer dims in your room and on your body. You look outside again, and the external glimmer has also gone. It is then that you hear, would you like some training? You don't know who is talking, but your answer is yes. Instantly, you return to the fifth dimensional temple in the Arcturian Corridor, standing again before your ambassador self. You are the programmer of your reality, but you have not yet fully prepared for this joy and responsibility. When you are ready, We will travel the corridor into the 6th dimension, turn off the illusions of the 3D matrix, and recalibrate your mind to the new operating system of living in surrender. We will then take you to your oversoul in the 7th dimension so that you can visit your soul family. In this manner, you will be better prepared for the new reality that you are about to live. Are you ready? Yes. As you answer, the glimmer of the world returns to ignite your soul, who breathes in your heart. I am the light I stand within. I am the form the light creates. I am the life the light dictates. I am the light. The world is the reflection of my light. The world within me joins that reflection. I am standing in the light of the world that I am. I project my light into my world to become a tree, as well as the birds and squirrels that make it home. I become the lawn that covers Gaia's body. I am each blade of grass. I am the roots that connect each blade. I am the soil in which life grows. I am the sky, the sun, the moon. I am the form that sees the sky, collects the sun's light, absorbs the moon's glow. I am the friends and family that visit my world. They are my light, and I am theirs. As one we stand beneath our tree. We are the shade, the trunk, the roots. We are the lawn beneath our feet, the roots, the soil, the face of Gaia. We are the house beside the tree, the block on which the house resides, the city, the state, the country, the continent, the planet. We are the planet. We are Gaia. We are the sun that feeds our light. We are the moon that glows within. Within our form is all that is. Within the one we hold our form. The transition happened yesterday and far beyond all time. We stand as one within the now, as all we've ever been. The journey is complete, but yet it's only started. The pain, the loss, the fear are gone, although we've never parted. The vision of eternal truth is forever in our soul. For now and all forever, we live within the whole. The crystalline grid. Your experience of unity expands your consciousness beyond the planet, and you look down to see the entire solar system. It slowly expands before your vision, each planet slowly moving further into space. Gradually, crystalline glimmer returns. This glimmer fills your form and connects you to the solar system, the galaxy, and the fifth dimension. As you watch, the harsh boundaries of the physical world are softened by the crystalline energy. They also soften your heart and mind. You no longer need or fear or wonder. You are, you love, you know. With your expanded awareness of self, your form expands, as does your vision of the solar system. You relax into this expansion and realize that the space in between each cell and planet is not empty. Instead, it is filled with an ever-expanding and beautifully ornate crystalline grid. From your perspective, you see these fibers of crystal integrating into everything that was once known as matter, just as it also fills the space in between. This matter, which was once separated from the whole of the One and condensed into individual physical form, is transmuting into its source material of crystalline spirit. You wonder what could be the source of this transmutation. The answer comes from within your knowing, as the softly expanding experience of pure, unconditional love. This love whispers to your soul, love is the source. Unconditional love is the multidimensional resonance, which is the power source for all creation. When unconditional love fills your consciousness, you become an engine for creation. You, a divine spark of the One, are a graduate student of Schoolroom Earth. Your culmination will begin when you fully encompass the consciousness of the being, Gaia. Already you can see how the web of the crystalline grid has expanded to fill more and more of Gaia's form. You feel the resistance of some humans and the total acceptance of all Gaia's non-human creatures and elements. The experiment of individuality carries a high price, as some are unable to release it, even to become their self. You direct your unconditional love towards those humans who have become so lost in the separation and darkness that they could no longer respond to unity and light. Patience and freedom from judgment allows you to bless them as you have been blessed. What you give, you receive. Hence, as you bless others, you receive a blessing yourself. This loving energy expands your visions so that you can see the overlap of all the multidimensional realities that exist, not only on Gaia, but on all the other planets, as well as the Sun. You vow that when you return to your everyday life on Earth, You will remember to breathe this crystalline light and unconditional love into every aspect of your reality. In fact, you feel yourself returning now, so that you do not forget this journey you imprint on your consciousness. As I re-enter my physical world, I vow to breathe the crystalline light into my everyday life. I vow to remember that I am a multidimensional star being. I vow to be my multidimensional self in daily life, and to see through my eyes of soul. In a flash, you are home on planet Earth.